Hi, welcome to Let's Talk Context, American English idioms, phrasal verbs, and expressions. I'm Ethelene. Alright guys, so today I'm elated about today's lesson because we're going to talk about an expression that I actually use quite often. In fact, I was using it the other day, or better yet, I used it the other day when conversing with a friend of mine. Now, this expression is an arm and a leg. Huh? Body parts again? Right. So we're not talking literally about an arm and a leg. We're talking about how much something costs, how expensive something is. Now, commonly you'll hear someone say, I just got a new car. It cost an arm and a leg. That means it was really expensive. Right? Whenever you hear someone say that something costs an arm and a leg, it means they paid a lot of money for it because the price was high. Now, you can also hear someone say, I paid an arm and a leg, which means the same thing. They paid a lot of money for something, right? So we just want to remember that it's not literal. It's almost like an idiom, right? If you hear this phrase, an arm and a leg. For example, so I actually just got a new car. It's technically still new, but it's not really new anymore. I've been driving it for a while. And let me tell you, it cost an arm and a leg. Prior to this car, I was driving something that was at least 10 years old. And that one was expensive at the time, but not as expensive as this one. So it cost an arm and a leg. I paid an arm and a leg for it. Those are the two verbs that you'll commonly hear that we typically use in American English when we're talking about something being expensive. You will hear it costs an arm and a leg, or I paid an arm and a leg for it. So I was really surprised when I went to my cell phone carrier about 9 months ago because I had to get a new phone and they told me they don't do contracts anymore. And I'm thinking, okay, whatever, not a big deal. But the reason they don't do contracts anymore is because people didn't like being locked into a contract. Instead, they make consumers pay the full value of the phone, which costs an arm and a leg. So I literally paid an arm and a leg for my new phone. It's like triple, maybe even quadruple any amount I've ever paid for a phone in my entire life. So that was a huge letdown. That was a disappointment that my phone cost an arm and a leg. Well, that's it for today's lesson. To learn more American English idioms, phrasal verbs, and expressions, hit the subscribe button below. Bye!